I mean,
like
sorry. That's a good exercise for the woman in the middle to feel the unbalance, because in this silence, getting all these emotions, you know, maybe there's moment you know it provokes something in you, and sometimes lots of things are happening. Huh? So try to be a receptor, you know, as open as possible, and let things happen to you. That's good, actually. Your presence is good. Okay. Shh.
Is this the time? Do you really think this is the right time? Because if not, you can just disappear. Be out of my sight in this very moment, and no one will get hurt. You really think this is the right time? What about me disappearing then, huh? What about me? I did it many times, it's my thing. You'd be surprised to see me go, it's always like that. And the moment you realize it, it's not that I won't be there anymore. You can still be able to physically see me, touch me, and kiss me. Just don't give a fuck anymore. I can turn you into the most meaningless piece of emptiness. My mind is good at forgetting things, you know? It's a self-preserving mechanism. Otherwise, I can't make it. I need to preserve myself. I need to preserve this weak equilibrium I'm feeling today, because I know it won't last. It never lasts. It's a few minutes more than the countdown starts, and I feel the balance leaving my body, and I lose my sight and I fall. And it's your fault. You are the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. You deserve to die, suffer, rot with the worms, and die again. Die of real pain this time. That pain made of sadness and anxiety, made of restless nights spent alone in your room, fighting with your demons, becoming your demons, forgetting them. And there is no way. There is no way we're getting out of this safely. I started it. You started it. It doesn't matter. We're just looking into each other's eyes. Our hands were touching. You're beautiful. You just should have asked yourselves, why are we even doing this? Isn't every day already painful enough? Do we really need this extra dose of suffering? Just come back one moment. Give me a hug before you go. Let me do warmth of your body. Don't go, I need you. But it was never gonna work. That's why we kept on doing it. It was never going to work. And that's why we kept on doing it. It was never going to work. And that's exactly why we kept on doing it. It was never going to work. But that's why we kept on doing it.
There was a very good moment you felt more free with your body.
I didn't fall.
No, but I wasn't asking you to fall. It was, but I mean, it was free.
Yeah, I mean the second time is more.
You have free, you know, in the, which is important. Yeah.
I would have expected to be slower on the pace sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I think there is it's not synchronized between the talk and the steps you make, especially at the beginning. I don't remember the exact sentence, but you make a pause in your speech, but you continue to walk, and I think there's like a dissonance between the two.
But I wouldn't express it exactly the same way. I think, but that's the next step of the work, and it's already very, very good, huh, Fabio? Yeah. But the next step, but it's also a tool for you, even if it's not in acting. Just know that what we're talking about, you can transpose or see the interest in another situation. It's that you were so much into your emotion that in fact you were not completely with her. That means that your monologue was completely in your bubble.
Yeah.
And in fact, the work in theatre, but it's the same with the speech, is that yes, you've got that, but what would have been, you let her be in the moment. And what's beautiful is, you know, so there were more pause. When you say suddenly you're beautiful, you need the time, you know, to have an emotion, let it out, and another looking at her. It's like a and if you would play be more reserved, you would let this thing happen. And for example, if you go away or don't go away, I don't remember.
Don't leave.
Don't leave. I mean, she was very good because she was actually letting things happen, also mobility, and I think, you know, because she was moving, you would have waited before saying that. She would have just do that. Suddenly it would have been justified to say, don't leave.
Yeah.
You know, so the interaction.
More connection.
Yes.
But did you? I had the feeling sometimes that you were saying like really sad things, and when we looked to each other, I had the impression you were about to laugh, and that was super difficult to just keep being sad.
The emotion was real in his words and all that, but he wouldn't let the interaction completely happen with the same emotion.
Moment,
And that's interesting. That would be, but you could, I mean, you could do it for the third time. We won't because we're. But I mean, that's very interesting because that's what I'm saying when I say you're in your speech or you're there, but at the same time you can connect in your perception emotionally to the others. It can be an audience or it can be someone on stage. It's so important because then you leave this space, you know, of the interaction. And actually that, you know, there were moments you could have really, because otherwise, you know, you're alone in your emotion, even if they're real and you transmit. Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at a moment, I really felt like we were sharing the emotion.
Yes.
At a really
certain moments.
Yeah. Certain moments.
Yeah. But talking about the pause and all that, it's actually to be in the moment. We've been talking a lot about that. Suddenly, you have your idea of the girl or whatever, how you know this text appeared, and whatever. But suddenly, it's here, it's her. And I had the feeling that sometimes you were not looking at her enough, because that's the support. It's looking at her. It's her presence which provoke all that. Same when you're in a speech. It's not you having worked in your bathroom, all the thing. It's in the moment. How do you connect? But I mean, it's already. So that's all. That is very interesting.